Welcome to episode one. This video series, Donny Disc Golf, is hopefully just going to bring more of an amateur perspective to disc golf. I am going to do some disc reviews, probably some course reviews as well, but then also just do some general content. Go play matches with my buddies. Hopefully, have some fun, get some other people involved, and basically just help people learn more about the game. I'm not a professional. I play mostly just for fun. Do it to just be competitive with myself and get better at it. But for the most part, I hope that just not being a professional, I can kind of simplify what disc golf is and just help people kind of get a better understanding of disc golf a little bit more, a little bit easier. So I started playing disc golf when I was in high school, but when I went to university, kind of stopped playing. Just didn't have anybody to play with. So, but with this summer, with the pandemic and everything, my former roommate started playing. He got me back into the game, just fell back in love with it. And yeah, I was able to chuck some plastic around the park with my buddies, got my girlfriend involved. But what I noticed was there were so many people who were brand new this summer, which is where I got the idea to start making these videos. So for the first ever video, we'll be reviewing the Prodigy Ace Line starter set. But before we get to these discs, here's a quick little lesson. Okay guys, so I got 3 discs here, and as you can tell, aside from their color, they're all pretty different. Their physical attributes, they all look pretty different. So let's just look at this Daredevil disc Sasquatch here. And as you can see, each disc will have these 4 numbers on it. So those numbers are going to describe and kind of affect how the disc is going to fly. So the first number is speed, we got glide, the third number is turn, and the final number there is fade. So over the next 4 videos, we'll just go through each number and describe what it is, and hopefully it just helps you kind of build a glossary of terms for what each disc will do, and also how it's going to affect the flight. So that first number, again, looking back at the Sasquatch, it's a 13. That's the speed rating, so what you need to know is each disc is going to have that. The higher the number, the easier the disc will cut through the air. Hence, a putter will have a lower speed rating, and a mid-range will kind of be in between. So putters are usually 1 to 3 speed, mid-range is 4 to 7, fairway drivers 8 to 10, and distance drivers 11 to 14. So slower discs will take more power to throw as far, obviously, but they are more accurate, and therefore higher speed discs may not be recommended for brand new players. So that's speed rating and a little bit of a description of what that is. Next video, we'll take a look at glide and how it affects flight. But for now, back to the review. So the Ace Line starter set from Prodigy. Here it is. Comes with 3 discs, driver, mid-range, and a putter. So the bare minimum of what you need really to really play disc golf. You get the driver to take off the tee, mid-range for your second shot, and a putter to put in the basket. So first thing is that's really good about this and taking that first step towards playing disc golf is this is super affordable. It's only $40 for these 3 discs at Fresh Air Experience here in Regina. So for someone who's brand new at playing, maybe you're not even sure if you're going to keep playing, but it was only $40. You get 3 discs, the bare minimum of what you need to start playing. So in terms of a hobby that you're going to just start playing, $40, super cheap to start. And then as you get a little bit more serious, you can start spending that extra money on more advanced discs. So let's start with the driver right away. Right out the box, it feels really easy to grip. This is how I grip a right-handed backhand throw. Forehand, I do this. We'll get into a little bit more about grips later on. A little bit of flex in it, which isn't too bad. We'll look at the numbers. It's got 10 speed, 5 glide, -1 for turn, which will create a little bit more of a stable flight, and a 3 fade. And we'll get more into the other numbers again in later videos. So then we'll look at the mid-range disc. quite a bit of flex in that, you know, feels pretty good. 6 speed rating, 4 glide, also -1 on the turn, and a 3 on the fade, so it'll float a little bit. And finally, the putter, just real generic. I mean, putters, you're not really looking to do anything other than just hopefully it catches in the chains and falls into the basket. So 3 speed, 5 glide, 0 turn, and a 2 fade, so really floaty. So what I'm going to do for every video is take the disc or discs out onto the course, do a performance test on them. I want to see how far I can throw them, but on top of that, also how easy they are to control. I will also be joined by my wonderful girlfriend, Ariel, who is brand new to disc golf. We'll get her to throw these discs, get her beginner's take on them, and then we'll come back here, do kind of a final thought, and kind of see where I would rank these discs. So send it to the course. Here in Regina, every hole is a par 3 out here. We got a 316-foot par 3 is hole 5. So I'm gonna throw a couple warm-up shots before we get to the review. Got my Nova Champion Boss, which I love to throw, especially forehand on this hole, just for where it is. And the wind's kind of coming into my face. And that's why we throw warm-up throws. That's just bad disc golf. Just human error on that one. Not a very good throw at all. So ended up with a double bogey. Got a good chance though to see kind of what those discs were like. So yeah, those discs were pretty good. I mean, that forehand wasn't great on the drive. I don't know if that was me or the disc or the wind or what, but not proud of that. My putting was brutal both ways. So now we'll do distance test. I'll throw backhand first and then do forehand after that. And see with the wind at the back how it does as well. Oh yeah, that was good. Right down the middle of the fairway. Love that. That was actually a really good rip. I'm proud of that one. Really driven with a putter. So let's see how far I can throw a putter. I've never really done that before, so let's see what I grip locked it pretty good. Flew pretty decent though. Wind at the back probably helped. So go get the disc and try forehand. Oh, that was unexpected. Here are the distances, right here. Of all the discs, the putter went the furthest. So that was very unexpected, but now we'll do forehand.
That's crazy. Like I said, I've never really just bombed a putter out before. With the wind at the back, I think the wind just like keeps it up in the air a little bit better, just because it glides better. But I think with that throw right there, what I've learned is that's I definitely have to do a putter only round one time. My forehand throws weren't that great, so I'm not going to measure them out. I'd say that's kind of embarrassing, but I'll do one more hole for to see what the score would be for mostly backhand throws. So we're going to hole 4. That was a lot better. So there it is. I played 2 holes. We had a distance test. I played those 2 holes how I usually play them. We'll take it back to the office for some kind of last thoughts for the review. But before that, I'm gonna get a couple buddies out here to throw the discs as well. I didn't throw them very good, so let's see how a starter disc golfer throws these discs. So we'll send it over there. Okay, so we're heading to hole 7 here. We just played hole 5 and 6 at Douglas Park. So Ariel now is gonna throw the 3 starter set discs in whatever situation that she chooses to. She's just gonna play the hole, but with the starter set discs, and then we'll see afterwards if she can actually kind of do what she wants with the disc. But yeah, let's see how she does on hole 7 with the starter set discs. All 3 discs, what did you like, what didn't you like?
They all did pretty much what I expected them to do, which is really nice. They all feel like a little bit more heavy. I don't know how that would change things, but I don't know if I like that.
Okay. What about the mid-range? Like, I know you only threw it backhand.
Yeah.
But what did you think about that?
I have no thoughts.
Thanks, Ariel, for throwing the discs. Final thoughts.
Yeah, I like them. They're good. They seem just like my discs. I don't know enough to really compare them to anything else, but if you're just looking to start out, it's a really easy set to just grab in the store and have everything that you need. Perfect.
And I guess, so what we'll do now is we'll send it back to the office. I'll give my final thoughts on it. And yeah, thanks again, Ariel, for throwing the disc.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so I'm back in the office here for my final thoughts on the Prodigy Ace Line starter set. So here are the discs again. Wonderful. You know, it's video 1, so I should kind of explain how I'm going to kind of quantify the performance of these discs. So basically the 2 that I want to look at, like I mentioned before, distance and controllability. So I'll rank those both out of 5 and then give it an overall ranking out of 10. So let's start with the driver first. So I liked it. I liked it in my hand. Throwing it backhand, absolutely loved it. So that's, beginner players usually start throwing backhand. They don't usually get to forehand right away. So for backhand, I really liked it. I threw it a pretty decent distance, but not my furthest, so maybe that was on me. So for the distance rating, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. But what I really did not like was I wasn't able to really control this specific disc how I wanted to. So especially when I throw forehand, I like to see that nice little S curve, which I just didn't get. So there are some factors, and like I mentioned on the way to the course, it was a little bit colder that day, so the disc was going to fly a little bit more understable, and I didn't really take that into account either when I throw, just because my natural forehand throw is going to come out with a little bit more tilt on it and not want to correct back. However, like when Ariel was throwing it, she was throwing a little bit slower, so the disc too was able to have more time to do what she wanted it to do, and she liked it a little bit more. So my controllability rank for the F model S from Prodigy, the Ace line, and the starter set is just a 1. So we'll give it an overall rank of 4. So, but if you talk to Ariel, she might give it a little bit more of a different rank. Head over to the mid-range, obviously. So to be honest, I absolutely hated this disc. Ariel didn't seem like she had too many issues with it, but for me, I had so many. I threw it about the same distance as the driver, so for a distance rank, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. But again, with controllability, I couldn't do that. I couldn't get this to do anything that I wanted it to. So we're going to give it a controllability of just 0.5 for a total of 4.5. So again, like, maybe it's human error, maybe it was the weather that day, but like I said, I just couldn't get this disc to do what I wanted it to do. And last but not least, the putter. I actually, you know what, for a really basic putter, I absolutely loved it. I've never really tried to just bomb a putter or drive with a putter before, but the fact that I threw this disc over 300 feet was absolutely like banana lands to me. I mean, I throw usually my drivers about that distance. So the putter P model from Ace line, distance rank's getting a 5. Absolutely. In terms of controllability, it's kind of hard to rank a putter. I mean, it went into the basket, which is what you wanted to do. But even when I did try to bomb it, it did go fairly straight, even forehand. So I've never really done that before. So the fact that it went pretty straight, got to give it a controllability rating of 4 out of 5 for a total of 9 out of 10. So good job to the Prodigy Ace line starter set putter. Really like this disc. My biggest takeaway from throwing these discs myself, from watching Ariel throw them, and really comparing the two, is for brand new players who are just starting, this set is actually legit. If you're just getting started, you're just a beginner, you're not planning on getting super serious and playing a lot of disc golf, maybe you're playing with just your friends for fun on the weekend and just need the bare minimum to play, this set is absolutely for you. You can get it in a variety of colors, it's super affordable, and it gets the job done. However, as you become more advanced, if you want to become a little bit more of a serious player, and you learn more about how to manipulate the discs, your power improves, you need to upgrade your discs to fit your game. For me, it was a struggle for me to throw these because these discs didn't do what I wanted them to do. But for Ariel, she was able to manipulate them easier because she just doesn't throw as hard. So in terms of this set, like I said, it's absolutely great for brand new players. If you need a set and because you don't have any discs, but you want to get started, I would recommend this. But like I said, just as you get better, you have to get discs that fit your game. So that's all I got for these specific discs. Thanks again so much for joining me, taking in this video, and please comment about what you liked about it, and also throw down in the comments what you want to see. I want to have videos that cater to people who are a little bit more brand new. So if you need something to be explained, if you need, or you want to see a disc get reviewed by someone who's not a professional, throw that in the comments and I will do my best to review those discs or explain something for you, just to make the game a little bit more simpler for you. So again, this is just my first video, so I plan on getting better as I do more of them. Thanks again so much for watching. and I will see you next time. Cheers.